Here we go. Securement Silo ALPHA. This will give us our helm mod. Starting at 35, 50 and 60. Okay guys. Being attacked from the back. Not good. Alright. Make sure we are reloaded. No loot in the beginning area, so you can just proceed straight. This might be a bit tricky for most players, but all you want to do is jump down and then hit spacebar again to glide onto something else, okay? Avoid the red at all costs. Those are landmines. Like that, you will get exploded. See? So do not run into them. However, we're going to go get that chest. So you can easily just run over and jump. If you do happen to fall down, there is a ladder. These things don't do much, but you can kill them if you want to. First deviation. Nice. Alright, we'll proceed up the stairs. There'll be two enemies. One straight ahead. One on our right. Loot wise is a little bit up here. We can proceed. Oh, second one. Now here is a storage crate. However, there are enemies that are in the next room. So as soon as you run over, someone might spot you. The first thing you want to do is take out the enemies in the room. We're proceeding and you can't really shoot them. Caps lock will change your character to the other side of the screen, allowing you to shoot a lot better. Alternatively, you can just aim down your sights and go in. But even by doing so, you are still providing yourself a little bit of cover, right? Because you can see from the side. But yeah, don't forget, caps lock will change your position. Your character's position on the screen, at least. Once all the enemies are eliminated, the regular enemies and the one elite, you can then just proceed to loot everything. Here's our third and final deviation. Medkit. Yep, just go ahead and pick up everything. Quite a bit of loot right here. Right. We can then proceed. A little bit more loot around the corner to your right. Storage crate, namely. There will be two enemies, as you can see, number 1 and Scarmunkle number 2 as we proceed up the stairway. They got themselves behind cover, which is nice for them, I guess. Don't forget the storage crate on your left hand side. Now you'll get to this point, there's a door to your left and a door to your right. The door to your left is locked. You need to go and kill an elite to obtain a card to access that door. So we need to proceed forward. Trash can on your left just before we go through. And give ourselves a nice click. Trash cans. And let's make sure to heal up here. Right, as we enter this room, there will be one elite and a few regular enemies. Once again, we need to kill the elite to get the card. And no, killing the elite doesn't kill everyone else or despawn everyone else. Was just to be sure to check these, what looks like servers, I guess. Sometimes enemies are hiding above or behind them. There's the card. Loot-wise, a storage crate, trash can, and then another door that requires a card. By all means, use it, because there is plenty of loot in this room too. Namely our weapon crate. And then other loose bits. And that's about it. Now we go back. Make sure we got all the scraps, loot. And now we access this door. Bear in mind, there are enemies behind this door. So, be prepared to take some fire if you are more than one. Or if it's just you, then take cover and you should be fine. That's a Gatling gun on the far end. Be mindful of that. You can just basically snipe them from the door with any weapon. We can proceed forward. Usually a guy that ignores all the battle from... I don't know what land that man is from, but yeah. That elite. Loot-wise, there's also quite a bit here. This whole room with a storage crate. As we can see, we can proceed. A little bit of jump that you might be able to make or might not be able to make. Either way, if you want to speed run, you can just hit it on the rim there and then proceed. Alright? For the completionists, want to get all that loot. We head upstairs. You can see there's another storage crate for us. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky, so you have to watch your step. Want to jump onto the railing, basically, and make our way over, right? There usually is a storage chest, crate here. It might look different from time to time. Right, now the trash can, and this is where we can proceed to go and do the extra boss in Securement Silo ALPHA. Use the card. Now, I do have to note here that there is a specific weapon that you need in order to spawn this boss. Alright. Special weapon damage type, which we don't have. But I will show you in a moment. There's always loot in this corner. Be sure to grab it. Now, for this boss fight in Securement Silo ALPHA, we are going to need a power surge weapon. Right? So, if you have power surge, you're good to go. Alternatively, if you don't have a power surge and you are able to, you know, craft yourself a stun baton, then this will do wonders. I don't have this weapon, but we will go in here either way just to show what it is all about. I do apologize for my little preparation. There are a few enemies before anything else happens, so we want to just proceed with some caution. Alright, so we can see what appears to be blue cells, battery. It looks almost like a battery, right? Or I don't know what you would compare it to, but either way, these blue little components need to be hit with power surge, and then that will activate the currency to what we can see is a flower sticking out of that stage there. Loot wise, there is quite a bit, so we can still enter here to grab it. Here's number 2. So front and center, then on the left hand side, we make our way behind stage. There's another one here in the dressing room. Hit us with the power surge weapon as well. Yes, it's me. Hello.
Take cover! Repeat, take cover!
And then the final 2 will be on the right hand side as you enter. One over there, one over here. Right. Once you activate all 5 of them, the nice flower will spawn. It's basically a little glutton that spawns. You kill it and it drops loot. Again, I do apologize for not being prepared to take this boss on. But we will come back. With that being said, we can move on to the final boss. Might as well, right? Screw it. Alright. Now this is the final boss room. Similarly to Securement Silo Sigma. It has a Rosetta heavy boss. You kill that boss and you win. Right? First enemy downstairs. Let's see, there's another 3 of them and then the heavy, right? Proceed to take out the heavy and bada bing bada boom. Silo done. And check for loot on the shelf and then the secure storage crate. We'll gain minimum. Nice cat. Now you can decide to run up these staircase and get the rest of the loot. Right. For completionists. Speedrunners, of course, escape exit dungeon. But that's about the Lolo.